It's the Chin Checkers podcast, all about the fight game. With Mr. Get That Work and Hawk Von Dame. Grab your device of choice and tune in. You'll never know what topics gonna get it on the chin. Boxing, MMA, UFC as well. They discuss who got the win, who took the L, who won the belt, who pound for pound, who fell, who ready for war, who got next. Ring the bell.
Chin Checkers, the best boxing podcast out there.
Yeah. What up, Playboy?
I'm good. What's up with you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I feel like we ain't doing it mad long. What's going on? Am I bugging?
Nah. It's been quite some time, man. It's been quite some time. Too long. But you know what I'm saying? Shit get, happens. But we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man. Where you want to start off with? Because there's mad shit going on.
I want to start off with my boy Khan. Right off the bat, Khan.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's get to it right now. Why are we waiting? Amir Khan and Kell Brook tomorrow, guys. If you're watching it in the States, that's 1 p.m. If you're over there in the UK, that's 6. But yeah, tomorrow at 1. You're not excited, but I'm ready to go for this fight, man. It should have happened years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Mayweather and Pacquiao thing, but I'm still excited for it. It's going to be a good match.
I personally think that it's not going to be a good match, but, I'm going to let you live. It's all good. But if it is entertaining for at least 3-4 rounds, I'm happy.
Yeah, I would expect it, too. There's been a lot of shit talk going back and forth. I'm not sure if you noticed or watched the press conference or anything, but just that alone had me hyped. Because at one of the press conferences, they was going back and, going back and forth. And Kell was just like, well, you buddied up with somebody who you quit against in the ring. And Amir Khan was like, you got knocked out from a jab. You should be.
Yo, they not lying, though. They both not lying.
The shit was priceless, man. I can't wait. Man.
Nah, it's two grumpy old men. They might as well have me in the ring.
They not that washed, man. Look, they not that washed.
Chill, son. I can't let you get away with that.
They not, because again, I'm gonna tell you why. Because if Keith Thurman went in the ring with any one of them, it would have been a decent name to come back on. They're not completely washed where you just like, there's still a name. And I think Amir Khan right now has a little more star power than Kell Brook.
I totally disagree, man, but I'm gonna let you get away with that.
Yeah.
Yo, Did you catch the Super Bowl?
I caught a little bit of it.
Did you see the halftime show?
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
Come on, man.
I definitely saw that.
Who did you think had the best performance?
Me personally, I was Kendrick and Eminem. For me, that's more my speed. Everybody else was, good or whatever, but Kendrick and Eminem was more my speed. So,
yeah, you didn't think 50 was too old to be hanging his ass upside down?
He did it. All right, he did it. He did it. Everybody, joking on him, saying how he a little bigger, blah blah blah. He still did that shit.
Yeah, he did. I ain't gonna front, man.
Right.
In front, he got up there, but now I kind of agree with you, man. I was rocking with Kendrick. I think Kendrick stole the show, man. He bodied it, and I'm not even a Kendrick fan.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's whack. He's obviously dope. You can't say he's whack. You don't know what you're talking about if you say he's whack. But just my ear, I'm more of a New Yorker. If I list my goats, my top 5, they're all New Yorkers. So, but I thought he killed it. And then, like you said, him and M, man, 2 best performances, man.
Yeah, to me it was. So, hey, it is what it is. What do you think of Super Bowl just in general?
I thought it was dope, man. I thought it was dope, and I'm glad Odell, got a ring. New York type shit. He ended up hurting himself. Felt a little bad for him, man.
Yo, is he done?
I think so, man. You can't shit. All the injuries and everything, I don't know, man. I hope not. I love the guy.
He might love you too, man. So, sometimes he has little special ways about him.
I almost started crying with him, man. I was, teared up a little bit. If it would have been the Giants, I would have been balling. Yeah. We suck. That's why I personally haven't done my own podcast, because the Giants stink, the Knicks stink, my kids, both their football teams stink. I hope they didn't hear me, but yeah, it was all over bad sports, man. But we got some goodies coming up in the boxing world, man.
Oh, do we? Like, you're talking about Josh Taylor?
What is it with you and Josh Taylor, man? Is it because he wears a skirt?
Whoa! I didn't say all that. I didn't say none of that. That never came out of my mouth. I'm just saying, we talked about this before. When I look at Teofimo Lopez, I see explosiveness. I see power. When I look at Devin Haney, I see, boxing skills, defense. When I look at Lomachenko, I see movement. I see angles. When I look at Josh Taylor, I don't see anything special. And I'm not even trying to shit on him. I'm just saying I don't see it. I don't see it.
Man, I'm a little offended by this, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, look, I'm a UK fan of anybody, man. I'm a fan of everybody. It don't matter who it is, but I don't see it. I just don't. You got to tell me what it is, man. You got to explain.
Man, he's a good boxer, man. He's a good boxer. I'm gonna do a film study on him because, again, I don't love him neither, but he is good. I don't personally love him, but I can see his technical skills and the IQ. Good counterpuncher, man.
When I watched that fight with him and Ramirez for Undisputed, it went the distance. It was a good fight. It was entertaining. Again, I watched that fight and I don't see what everybody sees. But later on down the road, fast forward, he's having an interview and he's talking about his upcoming fight. And they went a little further. They talked about moving to 147. Where do you see Josh when he moves to 147? Who do you think he gives the most problem? Because again, I don't see it. So I have to ask you and everybody else who's watching, what do you see? Like, where does he fit in at 147? Who can he actually beat?
That 147 mark. He'll give problems to Thurman because I think Keith is starting to slow down. I don't think he could beat Bud. I don't think he could beat Errol. Matter of fact, he can't beat those two. He can beat Boots.
You think you could beat Boots?
No, he can't. He can't. No, I don't.
Let's not disrespect the other champion, Ugas. Do you think he could beat Ugas?
Who are we talking about here?
Ugas, man. We talking about Ugas. You think he could beat him?
That is, man.
Oh man,
I don't even know who that is. You gotta refresh my memory, brother. I don't know who that is,
man. Well, Spence knows who he is, and he's about to fight him. So that guy that Spence is about to fight, do you think Taylor could beat him?
That would be an interesting fight. I think both of them got similar skill sets. I just think Ugas is a lot bigger. Physically. That's why I was a little disappointed in that performance against Pacquiao. Once I saw that Pacquiao didn't have anything left, he couldn't deal with just the size of Ugas. It's not like Ugas was doing anything electric.
Right.
He's just a bigger fighter beating an older guy to the punch. I'll say it. Josh Taylor beats Ugas.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Look,
I'm not a Ugas fan, man.
I got to see, man. I got to see what he does with this next fight. and maybe I might have, maybe more of an understanding of what it is that makes him special. I just can't see it yet.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about. We got some other stuff coming up though. We got, I think it was Loma being ordered. I'm not sure if they agreed to the deal. I saw they did. I'm not too sure. Loma versus Kambosos, Australia. Book it.
Yeah, that's the rumor that's going on. It's going to be an entertaining fight. Excuse me, entertaining fight. But I feel like Devin Haney should have been first in line. But if we're just talking about Loma and Kambosos, I think Loma would win.
And the rematch again in Australia.
Yeah.
I like Loma. And I like the way he's starting to adjust to this weight, man. I like Haney. Haney's defense is serious. The only thing is, when they fought similar guys, I'm not similar. They fought the same guy. I forgot his name. Lenoris.
Yeah.
Loma's not the biggest puncher, man. And Loma stopped him. Now, Haney put the beating on Lenoris, but the fact that at no point of the fight I ever saw Lenoris stunned, that makes me a little woozy, man. If you remember the fight with him and Lopez, he gave Lopez a lot of respect in them early rounds. He was just trying to wait till Lopez shot his bullets and he could go after him, drag him into deep waters and go after him. With Haney, you don't have to worry about no bullets. You know what I mean? So that's just going to come down to a pure technical boxing match. I could see that going 12 rounds, and that I could see that fight being a draw.
I gotta come at anybody who thinks this, man. I'm sorry. I'm tired of hearing this.
Oh,
okay. I'm just tired. The idea that Loma was trying to drag him into the later rounds to get the victory, to me, the reason why I think that shit sounds wild is because Lopez never showed bad stamina in the past. So I'm not really sure why that was his plan, and I don't agree that was his plan. I just think the speed of Lopez was fucking with him, and just Loma just got to a bad start, period. I just think the speed was too much for him, and he just got off to a bad start, period. I don't think he was trying to drag him into the later rounds because Lopez never showed that he had bad stamina for that plan even to work.
Bro, it's not about showing it. You need him to he's getting used to the power. He wasn't used to that weight, handling that power. Tio got next level power, man. He hits you and turns you into a video game and starts celebrating on you. You know what I mean? You got, the dude is serious, man. Yeah. He's one of my favorite fighters. So Loma did a good game plan. And if you look at the fight after with I forgot the guy's name, Nakataki or something like that.
Close enough.
Yeah, I got it. That's how we pronounce it over here.
Yeah.
And then Cormier, he looked good against both them guys. Right now, he's looking sharp.
Right now, he's looking the best.
I don't know if any of those guys could beat him.
Right now, he is looking the best in that division. Right now.
Yeah, I'd agree, man.
Until somebody else shows me something else, right now he's looking the best. So
the problem is that they're not fighting each other, which is completely bogus, man.
It's money.
But come on, man. I just don't understand how could so many people demand so much money and not prove anything.
Well,
I heard Ryan call out Tank talking all types of shit.
Oh yeah, Ryan call out everybody, and then don't fight him.
Yeah, what?
That's my boy though. Okay, that's my boy. All right, you see that hand speed? You better start fucking playing. That's my man's right there.
Y'all wish we had the TikToks to put up right now. I wish we had the TikToks, man.
But let's get into that. Because I think we talked about it last time. How do you feel about Ryan coming back against his new whoever this guy is, but Joe Goosen as his trainer? Any thoughts on that? Any extra thoughts? Because we talked about it briefly before.
Yeah, I like Joe Goosen's hair, man.
Just
I don't know how old he is, but that shit is on point, man.
Wow.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Maybe he went with him to get some hairstyling tips or something. But nah, Goose is a good trainer, man. He's had some great moments. One of the
Goosen
greatest.
I don't think he's a great trainer.
Yeah,
I think he's a very good trainer. I don't think I would call him a great trainer.
I was man.
Right. And they went a little further. They talked about man. I can hear that.
Oh, you can hear it?
Yeah.
My fault, Playboy.
But speaking on money, and let's keep it with money. Did you hear the rumor, alleged reports? Well, it's not even alleged reports. Let's say what it is. Benavidez, manager or promoter, whichever one it is, was having an interview, and he stated that he needs more than $7 million to fight Demetrius Andre. More than $7 million. So the guy that was interviewing him asked him, well, did David Benavidez ever get $7 million previously? He said no. But because Demetrius is a dangerous fight, he needs more than $7 million. More than $7 million to fight Demetrius Andre. And he's willing to take less to fight Canelo. Now, I understand taking getting a fight with Canelo, no matter what, you just want to get that fight, so you're going to take whatever because you beat Canelo. But to ask for plus more than $7 million to fight Demetrius is wild.
I know what it is. You gonna say it's bullshit. I think he's trying to get the most money to fight Demetrius. So you throw out some outlandish number. Like, yeah, I'll take 7. But maybe he's just trying to play hardball. You know what I mean? Maybe they throw another number at him, maybe 4 or 5, and he take it.
It sounds like he already pricing himself out. I want to believe that, but it sounds like he pricing himself out, man. That shit sounds crazy.
Well, maybe, but Benavidez don't strike me as any bit of a ducker, soft. He looks like he'll fight you for free over dinner, for real.
Yeah.
David's a tough dude. What I'm wondering is the whole reason he wants Canelo is because he genuinely thinks he could beat Canelo.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he's willing to take the less half because he knows if he wins, he's going to get the fucking boatload in the rematch.
Well, let me just tell you this. What do you think about this statement? They feel that Canelo is an easier match than Demetrius. That's what they said.
Wow.
Yeah. They feel like Canelo is an easier match.
Maybe they feel Demetrius is more elusive and slicker. Maybe they just feel strongly about Canelo. And I find that pretty bugged out because Canelo's out here breaking eye sockets and all types of shit.
Yeah. Slapping blood out motherfuckers. Yeah. Shit is wild, man.
Yeah, that was serious, man. I'm not not too excited about the other upcoming fights though, man.
Like who?
They had a whole list. Where is it at on Twitter, man?
Please.
Yeah. I saw the list of like the top 10. I think Shakur posted it.
Because Amir Khan and Kell Brook should hold you over for a while.
Stop with that bullshit.
It should hold you over for a while. So I'm not sure what you're worried about. Okay, you got Amir Khan, Kell Brook tomorrow. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yo, how much you want to bet that's gonna be the worst fight of the year?
Get the fuck. No, it's not, bro.
Worst fight of the fucking year, man.
That might be the best fight of the year. Both these guys don't got nothing to lose, man. Both these guys don't got
to lose. I'm gonna lose my time watching that shit.
For anybody who did not watch last episode, I think when we talked about this, Amir Khan's last fight was Billy Dibb, some unknown, unranked guy, pretty trash. I think he might have been ranked in maybe one division. And Kell Brook last opponent was Terrence Crawford, where he got KO'd. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight, man, just to see these guys, the back and forth, and nobody wants to lose, and the pettiness, like, hey, I lost to him and you lost, but at least I didn't get knocked out from a jab. Like, I can't wait to see this, man. I can't wait to see this, just for bragging rights. Just for bragging rights.
Yo, that's going to be the worst fight of the year.
Stop, man. Stop.
Worst fight of the year. Yeah.
Stop.
They both have nothing left, man. Nothing. You got Oscar. I can't find Shakur's tweet, man, but it was a list of all the fights coming up. And
that's happening sometime in April, right? Oscar and
yeah, I think 15th or the 30th, something like that.
Yeah, Oscar and Shakur. Yeah.
Who do you got in that, man?
I'm gonna go with the boxer. I'm gonna go with Shakur. I'm gonna go with Shakur. And you know, he might even stop him. He looked very impressive in his last fight with Herring.
Yeah, he did. He did, man.
And I think he's a little too slick. So I'm gonna have to lean with him.
Especially after Valdez's last fight. Who was it with Carnacion, I think the guy's name was, and it was a close fight, but it could have went either way. Now, being that it was close, I'd rather you give it to the champion. Now, with Herring, I thought Herring was clearly gonna outwork and beat Shakur. After seeing Shakur beat up your man, you guys are sparring. That was it. I didn't need to see anymore. I didn't want to go against my pick, though. I didn't want to take it back and, so I rolled with it, even though I kind of felt that Jamal was going to lose. I didn't think he was going to get knocked out, and he technically did get knocked out. They stopped the fight.
Right.
This fight, I could see Valdez going to sleep.
Oh, shit. Sleep? I don't think he's going to sleep him. I think Shakur going to stop him, but I don't think he's going to sleep him. I think no. Let me correct myself. I think Shakur could stop him, but I don't think he's going to sleep him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's going to sleep him, but shins are going to get checked over there.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
He did put on the show, man, last time. So
now I know you was talking about fights, upcoming fights, possible upcoming fights. Did you hear the rumblings of Sean himself saying that maybe he might come back because he didn't like the last fight that he had with Terrence? Did you hear about him talking about maybe making a comeback?
Who's the opponent?
Nobody in particular. Just maybe he wants to, finish off better. Maybe I don't know.
Let him fight the winner of Kell Brook and Amir Khan. Let that happen, man. Yeah,
that'd be a good look for either one of those guys.
Man.
That'd be a good look for either one of those guys.
I'll pass, man. I'll pass. That's a hard pass for me, man.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. This is not a dream fight. Just asking your opinion because again, I can't see it, people. I can't see it. Josh Taylor, Sean Porter.
First of all, Sean Porter's a beast, man. I respect the dog.
Yo, all right. When you start off giving somebody a compliment, you already know where this shit is going.
I mean, I respect him, and I would probably pick him,
but
I don't think he could be. I don't think he could be Josh Taylor, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he may not. He may not have that animal in him no more.
Nah, I don't. I think he has an animal. It's always been the accuracy for me. If he could land his punches, he has enough power to stop anybody. I think
Josh Taylor's a counterpuncher, man.
Has he faced anybody similar to Sean?
No, but the last guy he fought will put a lot of pressure on him, man, and he ain't look good in the early rounds, but he weathered the storm.
I think that's a close match, man. I think that's a close match. And because of my love for Sean, no homo, I will have to roll with Sean. I don't see it with Josh Taylor. I need to see, the next fight. I need to see how he performs. I got you, man, because I just don't see it.
All right, man. We got Canelo and what's his name? Bivol.
That's alleged. That hasn't even been official yet. The 2-fight deal with Bivol and Triple G #3.
What the some bullshit.
I like Bivol, man. I like him. I
don't really know much about him. I remember this is the problem with me and bad memory. I was watching film, I believe, on him and went, he has zero chance against Canelo.
Oh,
zero. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. Yeah, man.
Bivol?
Yeah.
Bivol has zero chance?
Zero.
Oh,
zero.
Wow. Whoa.
No, see, but I can't remember what I was watching that made me think of that. But I was looking at film and he eventually won. But I was like, he's getting hit way too much, man. Canelo will have a field day with him. I can't remember the fight. But when it's time and they do sign the fight, I'll do a little film breakdown and show exactly what I was seeing because I don't think it's close. I think he's going to stop him late rounds, 10-11, almost like what he did with the Crusher, Sergey. Now, I'm even less impressed with Triple G if he wins. Triple G's got to be, 40 years old? What's the point of that rematch, man?
Just about. Well, I would say the point of that rematch is to give Triple G another chance, maybe to silence some fans. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't understand the point of that. I already feel that Triple G won the first time. The second time, it could have been a draw.
Yeah, it was close.
It could have been a draw. It could have swung Triple G's way both times, honestly.
Regardless of what the outcome was, it wasn't that. I do not want to see him in there now with the 40-year-old Triple G.
Who do you want to see Triple G in there with anyway?
I wouldn't mind seeing Triple G take on a Charlo, one of the young boys. Give the young boys a shot, man. I'm about.
It's the same fight.
I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Charlo.
Oh, you just want to see something different. You don't want to see the same guys in there again.
I'm done with this story. Canelo's gonna take him out too. I can see Canelo stopping him. I don't think you can put him to sleep because Triple G is made of some vibranium or something. He was created in the lab, man.
He's not. Triple G got a chin.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah, he got a chin. I don't think he's stopping him.
See, but I would rather. I can't criticize Canelo too much. As a matter of fact, let me say this because I always get people talking shit to me about my Mayweather hate. So I'm gonna go off right now.
You went to Mayweather all of a sudden? Why we going to Mayweather? Shit, man.
This is my word. Shouldn't no Mayweather fan be talking any shit about Canelo? He is doing the exact same thing Mayweather did. I don't want to hear shit from any Mayweather fans. The same way I criticize Mayweather, I'm starting to criticize Canelo. But if you are a fan of Mayweather, you can't say shit about what Canelo's doing right now. Cherry picking, whatever you want to call it, he's doing the Mayweather defense. That's what he's doing right now.
They are cherry picking in two different ways, okay? One way is Mayweather cherry picked by picking people out of their prime, right?
Okay.
The way that Canelo cherry picks is by picking no-name people who you really don't give a fuck to see at all. I think that's why people, and you know what? When you talk about Mayweather, you're gonna get people hyped. Now, even though I'm defending a little bit, I am realistic. Did Mayweather cherry pick? Yes, he did. He did. It is what it is, people.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
he did. He chose smartly and wisely who he picked, but he chose people who had a good name, or maybe they had their best win or a good win. So at the time they look good. Was they really at the top of the game? No, but at that time they look good. I think with Canelo, sometimes he just picks people who kind of don't want to see him in there with. That's all. I think that's what it is. They don't, this Macaboo guy at light heavyweight. I don't want to see that.
That's a fair assessment.
I don't want to see that.
But the same, you're not one of these sycophants. People who are jumping out the window either way. The same way I criticize Mayweather, I'm criticizing Canelo. Fight the guys I want to see you fight.
Yeah. Yeah, for
now,
sure.
The Bivol fight, all right, that's a bigger, stronger fighter, cool. But there's also other younger fighters out there. You know what I mean? I don't think he'll take any criticism if he got in there with David. And I'm going to be honest, man. I like Charlo. But I would rather see him in there with Charlo just because Charlo's a name. Charlo ain't looked that impressive his last time out.
Facts.
And I'm not sure if he has enough in his arsenal to beat Canelo the way Canelo is right now. Not sure if that happens, man.
Yeah, right now, Canelo's looking unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's looking unstoppable right now. But if you want to see him in there with anybody that would be a competitive fight, it would be Charlo. It would be Benavidez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the two names that would be the most competitive. Now you got, honorable mentions like Demetrius, who's been calling him out for years. You got everybody, two guys at 175, Bivol and Benavidez. And then the last honorable mention is a guy who's been talking shit about him, I think, since the amateurs too, just way back then, David Mora, who he's about to be a champion at one of the weight classes himself, and he's already, he's good. So if he fights for me, and y'all hearing it here first, if he fights any one of them, I don't care who, he doesn't have to fight all the guys that I just listed. If he fights any one of them, I would say he is one of the greatest Mexican fighters. Right now, he's right there for me. He just needs one of those guys to just put a stamp on it for me. Just one.
I want to see him in there, and if this might be a setup for it, get rid of the Triple G, man. No one wants to see that shit.
No
one wants to see that shit, man.
I mean,
Triple G fans, maybe.
Yeah, maybe because they feel sour, and rightfully so. Yeah. Rightfully so. You can feel however you feel, because I thought Triple G won the first one, but I still don't want to see him in there with Triple G again.
So I want to see him in there with Arthur. I don't know how to say his last name. The Wolverine looking dude. That's the best way to say it. You know what I mean?
The Wolverine looking dude. We got it.
What is he like? 18-0 with 18 knockouts. I don't think anyone got past the finish line yet. He's a beast. And I think that he's tailor-made for Canelo. But bigger, stronger guy, iron chin. He went in there and beat up Marcus Brown. No pushover.
For sure.
He was bloody, man. That was a tough fight, man, and he made him look ordinary. I would give Canelo a lot of credit. Forget the Triple G fight. Take on Arthur. That would be a hell of a that would be fireworks. And then I won't be so mad if he don't fight David Benavidez.
Right.
But to me, those are the two fights. It's either one or the other. Then when you don't do those fights, all the criticism that everyone's saying, the cherry picking, everything is all warranted and valid. But if he steps up to the plate and has the opportunity for one super fight, you got to take advantage of that, man. Fuck the money. You already paid, man. Go out there and get that legacy fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
well,
think
you see, in his case, I'm gonna say this. In Canelo's case, what you said is crazy because a super fight and a legacy fight is not the same for Canelo because of how big his name is. I think a super fight would be against Charlo. Like we both agreed, and I think most people would agree right now, Charlo would be a super fight because of his name. That wouldn't exactly be a legacy fight, though. I think the legacy fight would probably be against Benavidez, in my opinion. I think so.
It's not, man. It's not.
That's the legacy fight. What other legacy fight can he have, or anybody? You know, because Arthur Beterbiev, Mr. Wolverine, and Bivol, yeah, they're tougher fights, but they don't have a name. They don't have enough following, so people may not know that these are tough guys. With Charlo has a name, so that's the super fight. And with Benavidez, that's the legacy fight. Both Mexican, both think they're tough guys, both think they could beat each other. That's what I think. I think one of those two fights, he's in there.
Oh, man, I gotta disagree with you, Playboy.
Oh, man.
Gotta disagree with you.
Oh, man.
How? He looks super ordinary. Super ordinary, man.
People been calling for Charlo. That's what make that a super fight. That's gonna be the fight that's gonna sell the most.
See, I don't mind if he takes the Charlo fight. I want to see the Charlo fight, but I'm just like I would take that over the Bivol fight. I would rather him in there with Charlo. I would rather Canelo in there with Charlo. Cool. I don't want to see Triple G at all. Bivol, I don't mind. Benavidez, I would prefer. And the one guy I want to see him in there with is Arthur. I can't see any other fight other than David and Arthur being the legacy fights, man. All other fights, I don't know, brother. I don't know.
All right, man. Agree to disagree.
Yeah,
agree to disagree.
It's cool.
Right now, he would stop Charlo. And that fight most likely is going to happen at 168. Charlo's at 160. He moves up to 168. He's going to get stopped from Canelo.
Yeah.
He's getting stopped.
Yeah.
If he fights Benavidez, I think it goes 12. I think he still wins, but I think it goes 12. I think maybe both guys could get stunned or get rocked.
Yeah.
If he fights Arthur Beterbiev, I don't know.
That's the fun fight right there, man.
I don't know. I can see it going to distance. If it goes to distance, it might swing for Canelo.
All right. So my whole thing with Mayweather was he never picked a prime fighter, and every fighter other than Zab Judah he got in the ring with, he was by far more talented, and in every way he was higher IQ, faster speed, better footwork, better technique. The only thing he probably didn't have in his favor was power. You can't say that with Canelo and Arthur Beterbiev. Can't say it. Can't say it. It's a good fight, man.
He might stop him too.
Wait, who's stopping who?
Canelo might be able to stop him.
Oh my God.
Styles make fights, man. Styles make fights.
Man.
Canelo might stop him, man.
Wow.
Canelo really doesn't have a problem with anybody who's aggressive. He more so has maybe an issue. He doesn't look as good when he's going against somebody who's a little more technically sound. When he's going against a puncher, he's going to stop you, man. He's going to stop you.
Yo, I want to give a shout out to Jules in the chat room, man. He's going crazy in here, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Oh shit. Yo, your man Dillian White, man. You think he has any shot of beating the best heavyweight?
Of course he got a shot, man. It's heavyweights. It's fucking heavyweights. All heavyweights got a shot. But everybody likes to say, hey, sparring doesn't mean anything but it's sparring. But sparring could give a motherfucker confidence. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah.
If I drop somebody in sparring multiple times and I get into the ring with him, the actual fight, you can say whatever you want to say about sparring and sparring. And that is true. But some sparrings be actual fights. I don't know how their sparring was, but some sparrings are actual fights. So if people who don't know, during sparring with Dillian White and Tyson Fury in the past, Dillian White dropped him multiple times.
Allegedly, man.
Allegedly, okay. So if I'm coming in the ring and I'm Dillian White, I at least have that confidence that I already dropped this dude. But the fact that Tyson Fury gets up like the fucking Undertaker all the time, maybe that's probably not enough. But he could outpoint him if he drops him multiple times. He doesn't have a shot. Wow.
Not a shot. Nah.
Wow. This is heavyweights, man.
Yo,
it's heavyweights.
Tyson Fury was on his way to being undeniably the best heavyweight fighter when he beat Vladimir Klitschko and sent him into retirement. Then he had his little slide, his personal life. We don't know what actually happened to him, but he ended up going away for a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Since he's come back, he's undeniably the best fighter in the world. Heavyweight. Undeniably the best heavyweight in the world. He got in there with the biggest puncher of this time and arguably beat him 3 straight times.
Yeah.
So you're telling me he's supposed to get in there with a lesser fighter? And hold on, there was another fight where he had his eyeball falling out his fucking head. All right, dangling off his face and still pulled out the victory, man. Yo, Sugar Hill got him on a whole nother level right now, man.
I agree with that. Sugar, is doing his thing over there. Again, though, if I'm White, I'm coming in at least confident. I'm coming in the ring very confident. And not for nothing, not that I'm hating on Wilder, but Dillian White has more skill than Wilder. A lot of heavyweights have more actual skill than Wilder. So now the fight is a little different because he doesn't have to worry about the power, but he probably has to worry about more things coming his way. And I'm talking about Tyson Fury.
I'd agree with that.
He doesn't have to worry about the power, but he has to worry about, punches maybe from different angles and somebody who's a little more technically sound. It could be more dangerous, but he doesn't have to worry about power.
No, yeah, we're underselling his power a little bit because that's the same guy who he checked AJ a couple times, wobbled him a bit. He knocked out Povetkin, even though Povetkin was old, still knocked him out.
Right.
He's like one of those live underdogs, like a Hasim Rahman or Buster Douglas type of fighter.
Right.
I don't think he's a world beater. I'm not excited about that fight, man. I like I said, man, I wasn't really excited for a lot of the upcoming fights. I'm not excited about the Ryan Garcia fight. Yo, did we talk about the UFC event?
Nah, which one, man?
The Stylebender, Airbender.
No.
Israel versus Whitaker.
Nah.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. I had to go back and watch some highlights. I heard robbery.
Nah, get the fuck out of here, man.
I heard a little bit of a robberies. There's some people who think Whitaker won that.
I'm glad. He didn't win, man. He didn't win. I don't really know the way they break down the judging and all that, but he didn't win, man. I'm just a little upset because I lost a lot of money that weekend. Yeah, I was all over the place with my bets and came up donut.
Oh, yeah, my man Danny Jacobs fucking what you say shit the bed. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
Yeah, it's about time for him it's about time for him to hit the road, man.
Well, I mean, he's one of these guys who's a name who could he's just gonna be a prize fighter. And if you want to make a little dough before you leave, you fight, whoever, and maybe might get a victory, maybe you might get knocked out, but at least you're still a name where you could sell.
So my man Josh Taylor would beat him.
Josh Taylor be who? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh shit. But nah, man. Yeah, that weekend was crazy, man. I don't want to jump away from UFC like that. But that weekend was crazy. And like I said, some people cried, robbery. But when I looked at the highlights, and that's just highlights, I thought, I thought Israel did enough to win. And with that being said, where the fuck does he go from here? Like, he moved up the light heavyweight, and he got stopped. Does he attempt again, or does he just stay in middleweight and wait for the next person to come up? Like,
I think if the dream fight doesn't happen, Jon Jones and Ghana, if that doesn't happen, Israel versus Jon Jones. That's a legacy fight. Yo, I'm already starting to lean because very similar in styles. I thought the greatest MMA fighter was my man Anderson Silva. I loved Anderson.
Sure.
Reminded me like the Roy Jones of MMA type of guy.
Sure.
Israel is of the same caliber. I'm a casual MMA fan. I want to throw that out there. I'm not hardcore. I don't know every fighter. I watch most of the events, not all of them. I think if that fight was to happen, that's a legacy fight right there. And not so much if he wins because, John's a beast. If he does good enough, legacy-wise, I got to put him as one of the greatest, if not the greatest MMA fighter of all time. Yeah.
Wow. And you're talking about Israel or John?
I'm leaning more towards Israel. Okay. I think John would need to be in Ghana.
Okay.
I think if he beats Israel, he's the favorite. He's bigger. He's the favorite, at least in my eyes.
Not for nothing. I mean, I know this might be on the back of some people's mind while they're listening to this. Jon Jones, for me, man, left a bad taste in my mouth with the amount of cheating that he got caught with, drugs or steroids, whatever, multiple times. So for me, his resume is a little tainted for me. It's been multiple times, man. It's hard for me to respect that. It's hard.
I don't know. I think that whole I'm not gonna go down that road. I don't know enough about that shit, man.
He just got caught too many times, man. And you know, I mean, for somebody like Daniel Cormier, who lost to him, I think every single time, and then cried about it. Which, you know, like I said, when I seen grown men cry, it makes me laugh, and he looked hilarious. That gotta hurt, man. That this guy is still, you know, favored or, you know, more popular than you, and you know you're legit, but you know it is. Hey, it is what it is. I think that would be a good fight for Jon Jones, like you said, and Ngannou, if he could beat him. But then, is that a legacy fight for Ngannou? I don't know.
I think so, man.
That's a legacy fight for him,
Yeah.
even though this guy is moving up in weight, and he might already be the favorite.
Yeah, because you still talking about one of the greatest to ever do it, man. You can't discredit that person. That's kind of where I felt about Mayweather. Nah, I keep going back to him, man. I keep going back to him. Nah, I'm fucking around, man. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Nah, well, you know, to kind of wrap up this with the UFC, I'm going to say this. I think the UFC needs kind of what boxing has, but not too much so it doesn't get, you know, stupid. Damn, that's the best way to put it, stupid, and you're going to see why I said that. I think it needs another division inside the same weight. So you know how boxing has the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, the IBO. I think if UFC had another weight, you know, another division inside the weight, you might have more stars and maybe you might be able to make more legacy fights.
I don't like that.
They don't have enough stars. That's the only reason why I said that. They don't have enough stars.
I think the problem with that is they don't give their champions, and like I said, I'm more of a casual guy. I feel they don't groom their champions enough. They don't give them enough gimmies. There's already no gimmies in MMA. You always have a puncher's chance, a submission's chance, a kick in the face, whatever it is. You legit really have a chance. In boxing, people be like, oh, it's a puncher's chance. No, it's not. Cut it out. It's not a puncher's chance. There's no way Mayweather's getting hit in the face by someone that's throwing wide punches like Robert the Ghost. You know what I mean? Or you know, Victor Ortiz. On a more higher level, maybe he'll get clipped. Like Maidana was a real tough top level champion. I don't think he was elite, but in the MMA, everyone is a live dog. Right. They need to learn how to baby their champions a bit. I remember one superstar that came to mind was Brock Lesnar. They should have threw him a couple give-me's. You know, a couple other guys, you got to just give them a couple easy fights. You can't keep throwing them in there. Tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. Israel right now looks like that guy. And they keep just feeding him top fighter after top fighter. And yeah, he's winning, but at some point, you got to groom him a bit. You got to put on the WWF a bit. You have to.
Ooh. I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know. Yo, now that you brung that up, gotta ask you this now. And you know, like my brother Hawk said, us here, the Chin Checkers podcast, where we are, you know, we're not as knowledgeable in UFC and MMA. But I want to ask everybody this: the state of MMA right now, is it doper now, or was it doper back then with Shamrock, the Glacier brothers? What do you think? And it changed over the years. You got somebody who's 135 fighting somebody who's like 200 pounds, and it was all over the place. But do you think it's better now, or you think that shit was live then?
That's a dope question to leave off on, bro. Yo, anything else before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Nah, ain't shit else, man. Oh, one other thing. This is actually very important. Tomorrow, guys, fucking Amir Khan and Kell Brook in this bitch, man. We in here. 1:00. We in here. All right. So yeah, that's probably one of the most important fights of this year. Y'all need to check that shit out. For real. For real. I mean, I don't know what else you got to say, but
nah, man.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for checking in with us, man, coming on with us and just chatting it up a bit. But that's about it, man.
All right, man. Prepare for tomorrow, and it was always a fun talk, man.
Around that time, I think I'll be taking a nap, man. That sure help me sleep. I swear. But all right, Playboy.
All right, brother.
Later, man.
Later.